Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I haven't done like a hair tutorial video in a hot minute, and I have a curling hair tutorial on my video or on my channel. I also have a hot rollers for like my medium to short hair length. I'm gonna go a little bit shorter next time I go to the hairdresser, but I recently picked up a new tool. The videos that I did mention, if you haven't checked those out, they will be thrown up in the cards as well as linked in the description box down below. If you have similar hair to me or just are learning new techniques. This style can be done on any length hair. But what I'm talking about today is this guy right here. I played around with this. I got this on Amazon for like 20 bucks. Conair. I love Conair. My other curling tutorial that I did is with a 1-inch curling iron by Conair, and I think that one is like 10 bucks. So I saw this one and I was like, this looks really interesting. It looks like a couple of different things, but y'all told me on my vlog channel that it's called a curling brush. I've never seen something like this. Or maybe I have, it's just been a hot minute and I haven't seen anyone talk about it, so I kind of wanted to play around with it and see what I think about it, and I love it. So, a couple of things. It kind of operates as if you're using a like round brush and blow drying your hair. It kind of gives that same, it's the same technique. I'm terrible at that because I can't hold two things at one time. So this makes it easier because you're only using one thing. I love that it has these comb-like bristles instead of these that have that like boar-like bristle in between these guys. That just pulls out my hair so much more than this guy. I lose a couple of hairs doing this, but not as much because it's not as like tugging and pulling. It's a lot easier to clean than this thing as well. This thing is just too big for my head of hair specifically, and I hate that it's constant like blowing heat. This is a curling iron with bristles. So I feel like I see the Amika curling, I don't know what it's called, probably a curling brush, going viral, and I wanted to try this one, and I was like, this one seems like it would do the same thing, and it does, very similar, and it's 20 bucks. So it's easier, it's quicker, and you achieve like a blowout sort of look, in my opinion. You can do it a couple of different ways. You can change the direction of you flipping it, but I just kind of want to show you how I've been styling my hair recently with it, and yeah, show you what it's all about. If you're curious to check this guy out, I will have it linked down below. Like I said, Amazon, 20 bucks, I think is what I paid for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So this is the before. I have like a couple of face framing layers. Honestly, they're not even, which I need to get the fix at the hairdresser. I have more on this side than I do on this side. But besides that, the rest of my hair is blunt cut. So let's get into it. So I split it down the back first, and then I split it kind of in 3 sections. You definitely don't have to do 3 sections. I just find that it gives me the most like, I don't know, volume and look I'm looking for, because I do flip under, or flip under, flip over, and then flip under. Flip out. Flip under, flip out, flip under for each layer. So I feel like that gives me the best kind of look. So this is like every Conair, you have the power and then the turbo. I always turn on both. I don't know why, I just do. And I always have it at the highest heat. So you want to move quickly in terms of like your hair because it gets hot. But the nice thing about this also is it smooths your hair while you're working with it, because it's running through the whole lengths of the hair. So you can really focus up here for more volume and bring it up like this. And you just want to focus and make sure the ends are rolled under. So you can see. You can also set your hair with rollers if you'd like, or Velcro rollers if you'd like, but you can see it doesn't give like a curl, it gives like a bend to the hair. It's important to brush out your hair beforehand though, so you're not dealing with like tangles and stuff. And I just wrap up the ends. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer, especially if you have layers in certain aspects, it will kind of like fall out. But once you get the hang of it, you just want to kind of like roll, tuck and roll. And depending on the style of curl you want, see, I'm in love. And then back piece. I kind of need to split into two. Again, just kind of roll it up. I feel like this is the same kind of technique that you would use with a blowout brush. And again, you can focus it on the roots if you like the volume. I don't really honestly like a ton of volume at my roots, a little bit, but nothing crazy. At first I was like, how is this hair gonna like stay in the brush? But it does. And if you're not super comfortable using like a curling wand and you use a glove with it, then I highly suggest doing the same with this guy. I will say that the end is pretty big, so you have a spot to touch it and the bristles kind of protect you a little bit. But so this layer I'm going to be flipping out, or flipping up, which is a little bit more difficult than flipping under. But this just gives more more volume and movement to your hair, in my opinion. Again, same thing. Twist and move. You can hold it there for a couple minutes as well, or you can constantly keep it moving. But it really truly does give a different look than just a regular curling iron, in my opinion. Ta-da! And move it to the back. Again, just put it like halfway, flip it around, and pull it through. You want to do that a couple times. And then you want to hold. So you can see some of my like layers pop out a little bit. So the more you kind of wrap it around and hold it, the better. If you want more of a dramatic flip and not just your ends, you roll it all the way up, but just make sure that you get your ends tucked away first and that they're smooth so you don't get any like crinkled ends. Pull to release. See, I got a good flip out there. I don't know, have you guys ever tried this before? Is this not new to you? Are you familiar with this? When I posted my tutorial on my vlog channel, also don't mind my roots, I'm getting those done next week. A couple of you said that like your mom uses this or has used them for years, and I'm just like, I was never familiar with them. I'm sure my mom used them back in the day, but. So you see I have like a flip under and a flip out. Just so much more, like, I don't know, just fullness to my ends, and I feel like it just looks, I really like it. All right, next side, or next layer, last layer on this side, flip to the back. And by doing the flip under, flip out, I feel like you can go like and toss it from either side and it just looks nice. So again, we're gonna flip this layer under. And to show you what you would do if you wanted more volume at the roots, you would just kind of like roll it here for a couple minutes. And then pull through. Especially if you're dealing with any sort of like crinkled hair. This is what I love about this. If you have like, I don't know, some dents from sleeping with your hair in like a pony or something, this would be nice, or even like some clips. So it's such an easy way to kind of like touch up your hair too. If there's any other sort of hair tutorials that you want to see from me, let me know. I love filming them, and they're some of my most popular videos on my channel. Like, I think because they're so searchable and they do help people figuring it out. So if there's any other ones that you feel like you're just not getting the hang of it, let me know. Like I said, I have a Velcro roller and a curling tutorial. And since I'm obsessed with this new one, I felt like I needed it. But if you want like a hot rollers, I can definitely do that as well. I think I have one from when I had long hair, but not with this like medium to short. You can't tell me it just doesn't look so much more soft than if you were to just use a regular curling iron, because it totally does. It gives you that blown out look. And I'm here for it. And last but not least, you can also just hold this as a curling iron as well, like a wand, and wrap it around and pull through that way. Lots of volume and a lot of like oomph at the ends. Again, if you want volume at the roots, you can just focus on the root. Flip under, you see, I just do you guys think? I just feel like it has a lot of like body and movement and gives my hair like a very like, I don't know, full look. And I'm kind of into it. But if you wanted to, you could totally do like the crown. Let me show you an example of what I mean before I go ahead and turn this guy off. So you would just pull through. And just set it there. Obviously use a clip if your hair doesn't stick very well without it. But you can set it like this. I would do rollers like this from now on using this because it's so much easier than a clamp. I personally need to get my hair like hot before a roller will set in it. So let's just let this sit for a couple minutes and I'll show you how it looks. All right, so I only let it sit for like 10 minutes. So let's see. Yeah, I definitely did get more volume at the roots. I just love it. I love this brush so much. So, if you want something that gives you the look of like a blowout or Velcro rollers but don't want to spend the time, this thing I feel like is such a good bang for your buck. I love, again, I just love the volume that I get, the blown out look, and it lasts. So I will link this down below if you're curious to check it out. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you want to see any other hair tutorials from me specifically, let me know. I've been thinking about doing a heatless curls video, but I'm not even gonna lie to you. Well, mostly I want to do it because I feel like all the girls I see it have really long hair, so it's like easier to wrap everything up. So there's got to be like some tips and tricks for like our length hair. And the other thing is I just like don't know, does it really work? But I don't have the patience. I can't sleep with it. I rip it out of my hair. I've tried. And like throughout the day, I don't know. I don't ever think to do it. So if you want to see any specific hair tutorials, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. Everything that you saw will be linked in the description box. I love you guys so much. I hope this was helpful and I'll see you in my next video.